All right, let's dive right into this explainer because we're looking at a massive seismic shift happening in education right now. Today, we're talking about how African educators can completely future-proof their careers. We're talking about stepping away from being exhausted, overworked content dispensers, and look, we all know exactly how that feels, and transforming into literally indispensable global guides. This whole explainer is based on a fantastic webinar outlining the blueprint for an AI-powered learning facilitator. It's really your roadmap to reclaiming your time, your passion, and honestly, your profitability in the classroom.
So we've got a really packed agenda today. We'll map out the problem, look at the necessary mindset shift, break down the massive benefits for both teachers and school owners, give you practical tools, and then talk about your next big leap, the 14-day boot camp. Section 1, tape recorders versus Spotify. Let's talk about the sheer exhaustion of modern teaching and, frankly, the elephant in the room. This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The source material makes this brilliant point. We are trying to use 19th century methods to just pour facts into passive minds, but we're living in a 21st century streaming reality. I mean, imagine walking into a classroom and handing out cassette tapes to kids today. There is no way that works. Our students live in a world of absolute, instant information abundance. Yet we still show up and act like we're the sole source of data, manually dictating notes like a tape recorder. It's draining, and quite honestly, it's completely outdated.
Now, this naturally brings up a huge fear for a lot of educators. Is AI going to take my job? The source tackles this head-on, and the answer is absolutely not. AI will never replace a teacher. But, and this is a big but, a teacher who uses AI will 100% replace the one who refuses to adapt. AI is a tool. It's not a substitute for human empathy, connection, or mentorship. It's here to elevate your teaching, definitely not erase it.
So here are your 2 immediate action points to wrap up this first section. Number 1, you've got to stop the manual drudgery. Let go of the idea that writing endless notes on a whiteboard is teaching. And number 2, get mentally prepared for this technological shift. The source highly recommends grabbing a copy of the book Who Moved My Cheese? It's a classic for a reason, and it'll help you build that flexible, adaptable mindset you're absolutely going to need.
Moving on to Section 2. The AI Facilitator Identity. Let's see what happens when you step into this brand new role. Okay, here are the 5 major key takeaways that summarize this entire AI-powered learning philosophy. First, think of the partnership like this. AI is the high-performance engine churning out the data, but you provide the emotional soul. Second, it's a total shift from being a content dispenser to a global guide. Third, your job now is to build critical thinking for the 2030 job market, not just grade memorization. Fourth, you use AI to automate the admin stuff and finally kill off that teacher burnout. And fifth, school owners can leverage this exact framework to future-proof their schools and confidently justify premium tuition. It's really fascinating when you look at the stark contrast between these 2 identities. On the one hand, the content dispenser is just exhausted, buried in admin work, and let's be real, pretty easily replaced by a quick search engine query. But on the other hand, the global guide, that's a learning architect. You're designing experiences. You're providing a moral compass in a sea of overwhelming digital noise. That human empathy, it's literally unreplaceable by any algorithm. Which brings us to our 2 action points for this section. Action point 1, start stepping into that learning architect role. Design immersive learning journeys for your students, not just static bullet points on a page. And action point 2, actively become that ethical compass. Help your students critically analyze all these digital tools they are interacting with every single day. All right, Section 3, ending burnout, boosting profit. Because let's be honest, this isn't just about good pedagogy. It's about getting your life back and building a sustainable career. 80%. The source highlights that you can automate up to 80% of your administrative drudgery. Think about what that actually means. No more midnight shifts, sitting at the kitchen table with a cold cup of coffee, writing lesson notes, building quizzes from scratch, or grading endless stacks of paper. These AI tools can generate lesson plans, analyze student data, and build out complex rubrics in literally a matter of seconds.
This is the ultimate win-win scenario. For the teachers listening, you get your family time back, you improve your mental wellness, and you get to actually focus on what you love, mentoring the students right in front of you. Naturally, that leads to way better teacher retention. And for the school owners tuning in, when you have a tech-driven faculty and students getting superior results, you instantly become a school of the future. That brand reputation boosts your enrollment, justifies premium tuition, and ultimately scales your profitability.
So here are your actionable steps. Teachers, Your action point is to start automating those tedious admin tasks today using tools like Gemini or Notebook LM. Take your time back. School owners, your action point is to start drafting an official AI policy for your institution. You need a safe, clear framework to empower your teachers to use these tools, which directly elevates the entire brand of your school.
Section 4. Tools for AI-powered learning. Let's look at the mechanics of how we actually do this in the classroom without risking student privacy. The AI-powered flipped classroom is going to be your absolute best friend. Look at this flow. First, you use AI to spin up quick videos or audio summaries that students consume at home before they even see you. You completely move passive learning out of the classroom. Then, your actual in-class time is protected for active problem-solving, debates, and project-based learning. You're there to guide, not lecture. Finally, you use AI-powered gamification for real-time mastery checks. It just flips the whole traditional model on its head. But to do this, you have to know how to talk to the AI. You can't just type in, "Give me a lesson," and hope for the best. The source gives us this brilliant framework called CRAFT. C is for context. Give the AI the background. R is request. Tell it exactly what you want it to make. A is audience. Are you teaching 10-year-olds or high school seniors? F is format. Do you want a table, a slide outline, a multiple choice quiz? And T is tone. Tell it to be funny, professional, or super simple. Mastering craft is like a cheat code to get exactly what you need in seconds, rather than fighting with the tool for hours. Okay, action points for the tools section. Number 1, I want you to go test the CRAFT framework today to build just one lesson plan. Just try it. But action point number 2, and please listen closely because the source stresses this heavily, you absolutely must scrub all personally identifiable information before you ever put student data into an AI tool. No names, no exact addresses, period. Protecting your students' privacy is a non-negotiable part of being a global guide. Finally, Section 5, the 14-day boot camp. Because knowing the theory is great, but having the hands-on skills is where the magic happens.
That is exactly why the source is inviting educators to a highly intensive 14-day AI-powered learning bootcamp. This is where you actually build your skills. You'll learn advanced prompt engineering, rapid resource creation, and how to build your very own digital resource factory so you can join this elite league of African educational guides.
And they've made the investment incredibly accessible. For an individual teacher, it's just 10,000 Naira for the entire 14 days of intensive training. Seriously, 10,000. And for school owners, there's a phenomenal package. For 50,000 Naira, you get access for yourself plus 5 of your teachers. It's just a wildly cost-effective way to rapidly upgrade your entire staff's capabilities all at once. Which brings us to our final 2 action points for this explainer. Number 1, secure your spot in the bootcamp for the upcoming June 8th cohort. And number 2, make the decision today, right now, to start transforming your teaching. Move away from passive content dispensing and step up into active, AI-assisted guiding. The tools are literally right at our fingertips. The blueprint is clearly drawn out, and the future of education is unfolding right in front of us. So the only question you really need to ask yourself is this: are you ready to elevate your classroom and finally become a true global guide? Thank you so much for hanging out with me on this explainer, and I will catch you on the next one.